All right. Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom to the elect of Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, starting with the 144,000 elect men, 12,000 from each of the tribes, to the innumerable multitude of the one-third remnants of men, women, and children, and unto the Israelite foreigners, the speckled birds that are in the midst of these heathen nations that look like the heathens and speak the languages but are not. Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom to all of you. All right. Before we get started with this quick hit lesson, we're going to face the east and give the much due all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Waha Racha Kodash, Shabbat Shemayim, Kol Halayim La Abba Nawa, Allah Haya Nawa, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Waha Racha Kodash, Shabbat Shemayim, Barak Atha Yahweh, Barak Atha Yahweh Shai, Barak Atha Yahweh, Barak Atha Yahweh Shai, Barak Atha Yahweh, Barak Atha Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Waha Rachak Wadash, Shabbat Shemayim. All right. Yahweh being the Heavenly Father's name, who the world calls God, which his name in the Hebrew is Yahweh, which means he is, he exists, he to be. Bahasham in the name, Yahweh Shai, which means he saves, he delivers. He is the savior for the nation of Yashar Allah, starting with the 144,000 elect men, 12,000 from each of the tribes, to the innumerable multitude of the one-third remnants of men, women, and children, and unto the Israelite foreigners, the speckled birds that are in the midst of the heathen nations, that look like the heathens and speak their languages, but are not. All right, that is it. The chosen, the remnant, the elect. Bahasham in the name, Waha Rachak Wadash, Shabbat Shemayim, and the Holy Spirit, which art in heaven. All right, I'd like to give double honors to the elders and apostles and bishops of Great Millstone GMS that taught us this truth and that rule well and teach well. Peace and salutations unto the hopeful elect that are scattered abroad. For you, sincere Akim Wa Akwath, you sincere brothers and few amounts of sincere sisters that have tuned into this quick hit lesson, Adawan Baratazah, Lord willing, that this lesson is edifying and exhorting unto you, straight to the point and plain upon the tables. All right. I'm your brother Ayam Noah Allah, representing Warriors for Yahweh Shai out here in Houston, Texas, 77089. All right. Without further ado, we're going to dive into this topic. All right. And as always, the topic is of biblical prophecy. All right. So without further ado, we're going to dive right into this and bring this forth. Adawan Baratazah, the lesson's edifying. As you see in the title, all right, it says, I woke up with no job. Not me. All right. This is what the article says. All right, it says I woke up with no job, no work in Egypt. All right, so look, I want to grab this. The link to this article that we're about to touch on to is in the description box. Take heed to it at your leisure. All right, this can happen to anybody at any given moment, man. This is what we were talking about. All right, come on, cell phone. God damn. All right, Salakia. It says another massive food chain to suddenly shut down in Texas. All right. Whenever my phone wants to work. Okay. Damn. All right. Texas locations shutting down nearly 50 stores this week, including several in these cities in Texas. College Station here in Texas, Dallas, Houston, Lake Jackson, Longview, Lufkin, and Pasadena. All right, where I'm at and where the brother is. All right, the Houston stores that they're closing is right here near me, down the street. The places that they're closing where the brother is, the brother from Pasadena, right? 4002 Spencer Highway. That's right next to the brother, down the street from him. All right, they're closing down these businesses, and guess what happened suddenly? And the people that worked at these businesses had no job, and they woke up the next morning to go work. They didn't even get a phone call. All right. There's a video on here. Really quickly, let's see if we can grab this. Whenever my phone wants to work. Okay, bet. All right, let's pause this music right quick so you guys can hear this video. All right.
Y'all, why was that my last shift working there? I just got a phone call this morning saying our location is closed. But y'all know Red Lobster was going bankrupt. Like, they don't have no money to be playing around. And our location we was cool, but we wasn't the best location. So it makes sense. So I ain't gonna lie, if you work at Red Lobster, you need to start finding something else to do.
So literally, you heard it there. If you're able to hear it, right? They closed suddenly. She didn't even know that was her last shift that she was working the day prior. The next day she woke up to go work. They had just closed the damn store. Sign saying, closed for business. Yeah, it says this location is closed. I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna be able to see it on here, but it was the same picture that I used for the thumbnail for this lesson. All right, it says this location is closed, blah blah blah, so on and so forth. All right, and these are what seafood spots. All right, many people woke up this week and found out that they were out of a job after a mega seafood chain, Red Lobster, abruptly shut the doors at nearly 50 stores within little to no notice. All right, that happened suddenly, man. All right, look, keep thinking that these prophecies is not coming into fruition, man. No work in Egypt is being made manifest on a very gradual scale, man. All right, these things are happening. All right. Now there's another video on here from he appears to be an Edomite. I guess he goes into it saying shrimp causes Red Lobster to file a bankruptcy. Good, because you shouldn't be eating that shit anyway. But anyway, that's besides the point, right? So in other words, look, these things are happening. All right, a lot of these places are closing down. All right, a lot of these places are closed down. A lot of people are not even being aware that they have to, that they're not even being told that, look, you don't got a job. They just shutting down these places, foreclosing these jobs, right? People getting, in other words, laid off without even being told, man. All right. So look, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna dive into these scriptures, bring this forth once again. I don't want to rot this out. Lord willing that this lesson is edifying, man. All right. Can't make this up, man. It's lucky if I'm stuttering and slurring my words. I'm excited, man. This is crazy. Can't make this up. Let's get this in the book of 2 Timothy, chapter 3, verse 1. This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come. This know also that in the last days which we're in the beginning stages of, right now, currently, perilous times shall come. Perilous going into the Greek translation, right? Strong's G5467, chalepos, which goes into difficult, i.e. dangerous, fierce, hard to bear, troublesome, and savage times. Times that are full of danger and risk, right? Hazardous, unsafe, treacherous, and risky times, right? This is the type of times that we're coming into, and this is only the beginning stages of it, man. With greater evils to come, all right? No work in Egypt, man. Let's get this in the book of Ecclesiastes. The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12, verses 3 through 4. All right? And it reads, in the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, right? The keepers of the house is the economies, all right? The economy is what? Faltering right now, right? At large, there is an economical collapse being made manifest on a very gradual scale, man, all right? And the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinding cease, the grinders cease, right? Which is what? The workforce, the labor force, people actually working, right? Cease because they are few, and those that look out the windows be darkened, all right? People are going to be in a state of hopelessness because literally all these places are what? Closing down, shutting down. Nobody is able to get work, right? It says, and the doors shall be shut. Listen to that. You hear this? And the doors shall be shut in the streets. These jobs is literally doing that, right? Within a blink of an eye. This happened in one day. They all went to work. They thought everything was good. And then the next day, before they even woke up, they go to work, and guess what? The doors are shut. This place no longer is operational, right? To be able to serve whatever service that place provides. In this instance, right, the seafood spot 50 locations in Texas have been shut, closed out without, it says, little to no notice, man. Right? People weren't even warned about this. Let's read it. And the doors shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low, right? The lack of the labor force, lack of people working, and he shall rise up at the voice of the bird. People are going to be rising up early as hell, right? To go seek for what? For work, right? And not find any. It says, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low, right? A lot of these women are going to be, in dire straits as well. All right. All you strong, independent, I don't need a man type of woman. All right. I got it on my own. I work on my own job. I make my own money. All right. Look, this is going to be you, man. All right. You're going to be what? Brought very, very, very low. All right. This is really beautiful right here, man. Let's get this in the book of Isaiah. The book of Isaiah pertaining to this topic right here, man. Jobs being shut in the streets. The book of Isaiah, chapter 19. All right. The book of Isaiah, chapter 19, verse 15, straight to the point. It says, neither shall there be any work for Egypt, right? Not ancient Egypt, America, Babylon the Great, spiritual Sodom, Egypt. Here, America, Babylon the Great. Right, where we are held in bondage because Egypt goes into bondage. It says, which the head or tail, branch or rush may do, right? Head and tail. Head going into the upper working class, right? Tail going into the lower working class. So upper working class by means of CEO positions, managerial positions, positions that bring forth a lot of income, right? Tail, lower class or lower working class, right? Entry level positions, right? And positions that, they just pay you under the table type of things, right? That's not going to be heard of anymore. No one is going to be able to have work at all. Right now, let's get this. This is the precept in the book of Isaiah, chapter 9. All right. Chapter 9, verse 14, right? Listen closely. It says, therefore the Lord Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai will cut off from Israel, right? Head and tail, branch and rush in one day. All right, in one day. You saw the video. It was an Eve, right? So-called black woman saying that she didn't even know that was her last shift, man. She didn't even know that was her last shift. And if she was given a warning too, if you work at these particular jobs, right, it's best that you start looking for work somewhere else. All right, because they're gonna chop your shit. All right. So look, therefore the Lord Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai will cut off from Israel, right, where people before were a place, Negroes, Latinos, Hispanics, Native and Seminole Indians, right, head and tail, branch and rush in one day, all right? So you Negroes, Latinos, Hispanics, Native and Seminole Indians, right, that have CEO positions, managerial positions, even all the way down to the lowest entry-level position, all right? He's going to cut work in general in one day, man, all right? This is happening right before the eyes of the people, and this is just gradualism happening. All right, this is not even bad yet, and it's only going to get worse in the near future, man. If I'm not mistaken, like 2nd Esdras chapter 14, verse 16 says, for yet greater evils. Let's grab it real quick, man. This spirit's on fire right now, Salakia. My mind everywhere right now. Let's grab that. The book is 2nd Esdras, man. Heavy, heavy. Right here. The book is 2nd Esdras chapter 14, verse 16, straight to the point. For yet greater evils than those which thou hast seen happen, greater evils than the things we're currently seeing right now in this present day and age, right, will be done hereafter, man. Greater evils. This is nothing compared to what Yahweh Hashem Shah is going to bring down the pipeline, so to speak, in the near future, man. All right, greater evils. This ain't nothing. This ain't shit. All right, it's only going to get worse, man. Let's get this in the book of Jeremiah, right? Sticking to the topic. The book of Jeremiah, chapter 15. Got to be delicate with Sophia. Rip a page. Oh, it's 25. Salakia. The book of Jeremiah, chapter 25. All right, in verse 10. And it reads, moreover, I will take from them the voice of mirth and the voice of gladness, the voice of the bridegroom and the voice of the bride, the sound of the millstone and the light of the candle, right? Let's read that one more time, man. Moreover, right, the book of Jeremiah, chapter 25 and verse 10. Moreover, I will take from them the voice of mirth, the voice of gladness, and the voice of the bridegroom, the voice of the bride, and the sound of the millstone and the light of the candle. So let's go into this, man. Yahweh Shemiel Shai is starting to do what right now, presently? He's taking away the voice of mirth, right? Mirth goes into amusement, especially as expressed in laughter, right? High spirits, cheerfulness, right? The voice of gladness. Gladness goes into pleased and delighted, feeling joy, right? Cheerful and in a rejoicing spirit. He's taking all of that away right now, right? And this is just the beginning, like we said, right? And greater evils to come. The voice of the bridegroom and the voice of the bride. People are not going to be bidding into marriages anymore, man. Having these big extravagant weddings, right? Hell no. Because of what? The mirth is being brought low, and nobody's going to be wanting to do these things, especially because there's no money, because there's no jobs, right? And look, right here about the jobs. And the sound of the millstone. Laboring, the grinding, right? The labor force. None of that's going to be heard of anymore, man. And it says in the light of the candle. These places, right, that have lights on in their shops or their stores, so to speak, right? That's an indication of you can do business here. We are up and running, operational. But look, the lights are going to be off, and foreclosure signs are going to be there, right? Saying that this place is, no longer operational. This place, no more operations here at all, right? Like we read in Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 4, right? It says the door shall be shut in the streets, man. This is one prime example, man. We're seeing these things happening in today's society, man. All right. 50 locations, man, 50 locations, and they don't even get a notification or a phone call, a courtesy call, at least from the damn manager. Hey, look, we finna shut down. All right, you ain't finna work no more. Right? They don't even do that shit. They just came through, was like, look, we just gonna have to shut this place down, and it is what it is. Let them fend for themselves. All right. It's about to be a dog eat dog word out here, man, real soon. All right. All right. Stop playing. Let's get this in the book of 1 Thessalonians. We'll drop the mic on this one. All right. Don't want to make the lesson too long. Straight to the point. Quick edification. All right. Something to be aware of. All right. In these last days, which we're in the beginning stages of. The book of 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 6. Bear with me. All right. The book of 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 6, straight to the point. It says, therefore, right? Therefore, let us not sleep as do others, but let us watch and be sober. All right. Let us not sleep. Don't be sober or slack it. Don't be sleep minded, right? Spiritually. Don't be thinking that this is not a fucking issue, right? Be not ignorant of anything of a great matter or a small. Ecclesiasticus, also known as Sirach, chapter 5, verse 15. Right? Don't be ignorant of these things that we're bringing forth, right? Unaware, having a lack of knowledge or awareness in a particular area, right? When we bring these things forth, it may seem very small, insignificant, minuscule, but it is something to be very well aware of, because guess what? These things are just going to get worse progressively down the line in the long run, man. All right. As the days grow, longer and longer in the near future, you're going to see that these things that we're talking about, though it may seem repetitive, all right, you're going to see that, look, these are real biblical prophecies coming into fruition. And we bring forth the scriptures to prove all these things, man. So don't be ignorant just because you say, oh, that's just 50 jobs. They're going to open another 50 somewhere else. No. All right. It's only going to get worse, man. This ain't shit compared to what's coming down the pipeline that Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai is going to bring forth, man. All right. So it says, therefore, what? Let us not sleep, spiritually sleep, right? Let's get into the word in the Greek concordance. Strong's G. 25:18, kathuedzo, all right, kathuedzo, which goes into to sleep figuratively, to be sleep, i.e. metaphorically, aka spiritually sleep, right? It says also, right, to be indifferent to one's salvation. Indifferent goes into having no particular interest or sympathy, unconcerned. A lot of people are very unconcerned about these things that are happening in the world, all right? When really it should be a concern to you, all right? Because you could be the next one that receives no work, all right? Your job might not even call you and give you a courtesy call and just chop your shit. And guess what? You wake up the next day thinking that you're about to go to work, and you ain't got no damn job. You go to the building that you was working at the day prior, and it says building, this place is foreclosed, no work, right? This place is unoperational. You're gonna be like, what the fuck? Exactly. All right. Be not ignorant, man. Don't be sleep. All right. Because that's what Esau wants you to be. He wants you to be in that state of mind, in a complacent state of mind, I should say. All right. Not believing anything could ever happen here. All right. In a bad sense to you. All right. It says, as do others, but let us watch and be sober. Right. When you go into that word sober, Strong's G, the Greek concordance 35:25, nepho, to be discreet, to be sober, to watch, to be calm and collected in spirit, right? To be temperate, circumspect, and alert, vigilant in these last days, man, right? Like Ephesians chapter 5, verse 15 through 16 says, it says, see ye then that you walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time, because the days are evil, right? Taking heed to the times of the signs of the times and the days that we're in, because they're evil, man. And it's only going to get even worse in the near future. All right. So we are to be circumspect, right? Constantly watching for these prophetic events to come to pass, being cool, calm, collected in the spirit, because it's only going to get worse in the near future, man. All right. So therefore, what? We are to be cool, calm, collected, sober, vigilant, and constantly watching out for these things and warning our people, blowing the trumpet in the Lord's holy mountain of Yahweh Shemiel Shai, man. All right. So like I said, not trying to make the lesson too long, straight to the point, plain upon the table is Adon Ratazah. All right. Something to be aware of, man. All right. Something to be very aware of. All right. So without further ado, we're going to shut this lesson down. Adon Ratazah, Lord willing, that this lesson was edifying and exhorting unto you, straight to the point and plain upon the table. As I've said, the article that I just went into is in the description box. All right. Take heed to it at your leisure. All right. Before we close out, we're going to face the east and close out by giving the much due all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Waharachak Wadash, Shabbat Shemayim. All right. Double honors to the elders and apostles and bishops of Great Millstone GMS that taught us this truth and that rule well and teach well. Peace and salutations unto the hopeful elect that are scattered abroad. For you, sincere Aki and Wa'akwa, you sincere brothers and few amounts of sincere sisters that tuned into this quick hit lesson, Adawan Ratazah, Lord willing, that this lesson was edifying and exhorting unto you, straight to the point and plain upon the tables. All right, I'm your brother Ayam Nawa'ala, representing Warriors for Yahweh Shai out here in Houston, Texas, 77089. All right, without further ado, we're going to shut it down. On to the next one, Lord willing. Shabbat Shalom. Yahweh Shemiel Shai Barakatam.